and the cost savings that we did have are greatly diminished. I mean, the status quo, I think status quo is a minimum of what we should be. You know, we've been at a minimum, and I personally don't want to go below the status quo. You know, I've served these people for close to 18 years, and they're good people. I don't know. I don't want anybody to get hurt. On my watch is my head is on the chopping block. It's frustrating too. I feel like I'm on the movie Groundhog's Day, where I feel like I was just here in September.
Yeah, we're having the same conversation over and over
in
again.
September, and then I asked for the support of the council at that time, and they were gracious enough to give that to me, and that's what I'm asking for. I'm asking for the minimum, and you know, I'm not against you know, some neighborhood watches and different things, and not just the police department. I don't want to single ourselves out, but I want it to be something where it's our fire department and our ambulance people, and we all do, you know, something for the community. I don't know what it is, but I think that we should all be included together, because we are emergency services.
National Night Out is the perfect venue for all of that. It gets those first responders up into the community, into the neighborhoods. There's functions for kids and then also for the adults. I think we've done some things already to save some money, going to a car instead of a SUV, so should burn less gas. You know, we've extended the life of our SUVs and gotten more life out of them instead of replacing them on, I forget what the schedule was before we had them, but
Every 2 years
every two, we
replace
made it last 5.
Yep, 5 years.
So
We've had other
Your Chiefs are 6 years.
you know,
Yeah.
I fully understand what you're saying, Roger, you know, that you poll people, but if you say adding an officer or replacing an officer, it's an entire different question. I have had at least that many people come up to me, and I can turn right around and tell you it was the opposite way. So, is my poll scientific? No. So, I do.
Yeah, but just in light, we are saving money. It's put in front of you. Vern, could you please just define what you want?
I think we're having a really good discussion. I think that's probably the real key to just automatically do the same thing that has been done in the past just because it's working. Doesn't make sense to me. That's to me. It may make sense to you, and that's fine. But it doesn't make sense to me, because I know that there are a lot of folks that would appreciate maybe having $42 or $43 shaved off of their tax bill per capita. That wouldn't be, that wouldn't be that bad.
Well, I'd be willing to pay twice that.
Well,
I'll pay for somebody else's.
and that's very magnanimous of them. And
My value went down,
please,
I don't like that.
please put that in the,
I'd rather pay.
please put that in the minutes.
I'm willing to pay.
Kathy's an officer.
But, so that's really what I'm looking for. I wanted to have a good public discussion. We need to have the public bought in. And part of it is that we need to have the public in general supporting our police. And I'm talking about the 95%. You know, we need that in our town. if we have that, that's exactly what Steve is talking about. There are multipliers that take effect, that our town gets safer. You know, again, you know, how many murders are prevented by a patrolling officer? None, because if it's a murder, it's done. You know, it's too late. And I'm not saying anything like that. It's
So
just,
should we just get rid of the department?
no, that's not what I'm saying. We have to be diligent as a community. And some of us are. The majority of us sitting in this room are.
Vern,
We need the rest.
Vern,
And if
what
it's
do you want?
Pollyannish of me to think that the rest of the world would start to do the right things, you know, so what? That's me. You know, I'll wear that. I don't care. We need the entire community, not bad-mouthing police, but we also need our police operating, you know, with the highest degree of ethical behaviors. We, you know, as a community, we can get better. I know that doesn't make any sense to you, Chris, but that's okay, because I accept you the way you are.
Thank you, Mr. Rogers. Now, do you accept me the way I am, or do you like me the way I am?
No, I only accept you.
Thank you.
Chris?
I'm not taking public comment now. I am sorry, sir. I appreciate your concern, but
I just thought it was
I'm
cool
not
that
taking public
Vern
comment now. Please,
minimalized
thank you.
everybody that's in this audience.
Thank you, thank you.
So,
I'll make a motion to hire Wade Anderson as a full-time officer.
Second.
Motion by the mayor, second by Mr. Hansi. I do want people on the record here. Because I just think some decisions are just easy, sometimes we're just,
And this for me is not a rubber stamp thing. I have thought about this, Vern. And I'm just gonna relate this to my job, because I use a lot of part-time people, just like Adam has. He has more part-time people than he has full-time. And there are times when you turn around, you need somebody standing there. I don't need a part-time person that has today off and half of tomorrow off. And yes, it's great that they can come for that half a day, and I need them when they're there. But I need the boots on the ground, that full-time guy. And I guess I'm just gonna relate that to Adam, because I'm trying to do the same thing in my business. Minimize overtime, maximize workloads on everybody, maximize output, I should say, not workloads, and take care of our customers. We are Adam's customers. When I call him for something, I want him or one of his representatives to be there. During the flood, we called. They were in Preston, had somebody been in our neighbor's house. Lights were going on and off. It was after the flood, when everybody was cleaning up. The canines from Houston County showed up before they could get here from Preston, and they made it, I won't even say how fast, but too fast. If somebody was there, or if somebody had been home, you know, it would have, I understand that we're not going to have that officer in town because they have to go to Preston sometimes. And that's when we require other departments to filter in and back us up. But we are on an island in northeast part of the county. The rest of the county, if everything is west of here, you know, we're 20 miles from a covered town. So that's where I'm getting. I